Hello everybody, this is the Teradek VidiU Pro, and I've decided that the easiest way to show you how to do it is to do a video from one end to the other, and then you will know what's happening. So basically the VidiU Pro is plugged straight into the Roland VR50 HD video desk, and so everything that comes to the VidiU is what we want to go out on the live stream. Two important things to note with the VidiU is, one is that on the left hand side there is a little slot here for an SD card. Now if you're going to be doing a lot of recording in a short space of time, you probably need to get a reasonable size card to go in there. You're going to use a reasonable amount, probably about a gig for an hour if you're running 720, which is what we're doing. So I'll turn it on and you'll see how it boots up. Obviously some of the configuration settings have already been done, but this is just so that you'll see what happens as it boots up. So the first thing is it does a little check on itself. It'll check for firmware upgrades, which is what I've got it set to do. You can actually turn that off so that it doesn't do that every time, and that's probably a wise thing to do if you're in a live situation where you don't really want the thing doing a firmware upgrade at an inopportune moment. I've left it on for the purposes of this video, so we're just going to sit in quiet here for a minute while it does its thing. So I've actually got it connected via the wired network, just because we want as much bandwidth as we can get, obviously. Just done the firmware. So basically, and don't panic when you see this not ready, it's still getting itself organized, and hopefully it'll eventually come up with a ready light. Now, just so that you know, on this right hand side there are two buttons, the start stop button and the menu button. I'm going to use the menu button once it's now come up with ready. This is a good process to go through every time you're going to use it. I've had some issues where if you don't go through this process it won't stream. It will still record, but it won't actually stream it. So we push the menu button, and broadcast settings is what we want, and so it says 720p, it says it's going to YouTube, so you can just check that YouTube Live and it's going to verify our credentials. If it doesn't like what it finds, it will tell you to go to your YouTube login and to put in a number so that it can trust, so that Google knows to trust the Teradek. So I'm going to do new. And then there's this rather painful menu, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. So I want to start with a capital, so I hit this red button at the top here, and that changes what it selects from. And we're just going to call it live stream. Really original, I know, but so you just got to work your way through these, and you get reasonably quick at it after a while. The painful thing is to get to the space. You've got to go through several of these. And if you make a mistake, it's even more painful. And then, oh, see, like that. That's a mistake. Let's go back here. We need an R in here. So then you've got to come back down. Okay, and then back up for the OK, and then it says enter description, so I'm just going to call it RBC live stream. is not what I want to do. As you can see, if you click a wrong button in the wrong direction, it does get a bit painful. Especially if you do that. Let's try that again. ABC live. It's a matter of coordinating the and then back up and across for OK. And this is obviously public, unlisted or private on YouTube, so we're going public. It's now creating the event and we should be good to go. So you then push the start stop button and it'll take you back the menu, back to there, and then it says ready to go. So then we push the button, start the broadcast, yes, and we want live. So then it goes to recording first, don't panic at that point. There's obviously a lag between what it's receiving and what goes out, and then eventually it goes to live, as it has. And any second now my phone should go off to say that we're streaming. And there we go. And so what happens is I get a little message here that says, oh, didn't like that. It just tells me that it's streaming. Come on. And shows me what it's streaming. Now when you come to stop it, you push stop. Now you've got two options here, stop the broadcast, which is what we will do. I go yes, and then it says, do you want to just stop the stream or do you want to stop the event? So we'll stop the event and then it won't get confused. You can stop the stream and then restart it again, and YouTube will actually put the two pieces together, which sometimes is what you want and sometimes it isn't. Whichever you do, the actual recording on the card will be broken at that point into two pieces, and that might be what you want. It is what we want because we want to separate one part of the service from the other. But so I'm just going to start it again and then I'll show you the difference. So we go start, yes, and live, and again it will go through the process. And it's not doing it. Now, the reason is because I stopped the event. Okay, see, under here it's got event live stream, and I told it to stop the event, so it's not doing it, and thus this little cloud symbol doesn't get a light, and it's not actually streaming it. It is recording it, which is why you get a record button and not a live button. So we'll go stop, and it's saying start the broadcast, and no, I don't want to do that. Let's just go here. No, this is not going to work. So what I've got to do is go here. You will see that I've got it back up on live stream, and that was my phone going off again to tell me I got it live. So this time, because I want to stop it, and restart it, I click start stop button and stop broadcast and go yes. But this time I'm only going to stop the stream. So I stop that, that light goes out, it goes back to ready, so it's stopped the recording as well, and now I can now restart that again. and it'll come back live again. So that's the difference between stopping the stream, stopping the event. Stop the broadcast, yes. Stop the stream. Okay.